was money day. Today was money day. Oh my God, we made so much.
Most too. Kidogo too.
Yeah.
It
was money day.
Hey, where? Yeah. Where uko level ingine? You are in another level.
Give yourself 4 months. That's all I got, man. You know, at the end of the day, when you discover something that is gonna give you a lot of money, you go for it. You learn as much as you can. You know, the education is there. Like right now, we're learning about crypto. I'm telling you, by November 1st, we're gonna be making crypto money. You know,
how is it different with what we are doing? Is it do you feel like it's better than what we?
I think they're all different in their own way. So Elizabeth has done a little bit more than me in training. For me, I was like, yesterday I was listening to the video. I'm like, is that English or
Jamaica? Wow.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. The good thing is once you learn it, it's something that is going to change your life. You know, just listen to it. I remember listening to the HFX videos. Maybe I'm the dumb one. I listened to a similar video like the one I have on my website, the one from the 9th of last month. I listened to it almost 21 times, you know, and that's what it took for me to get it. And I still listen to Kendry's videos. After he's done with this session, I listen to it from scratch as my background noise. I'm not playing.
I've listened to those videos, but the one thing, there's always one thing that I don't get, like the zone. Getting the zone is to candles. I don't know. Yeah. God and said those candles I have listened, I think, to all the videos, but there's a way I'm not getting it yet. But I'll be there.
Hopefully we'll help you today. Okay, we're gonna get started. Thank you guys for hopping on. So we're recording this. This is available on my website. This is available on my YouTube. Today's class is, first of all, I am not your financial investor. I am not your advisor. I'm just here to pass on what I'm learning. So if you decide to take trades, you're taking trades at your own risk. In fact, for this session here, I want you to just take your trades on the demo. This is just to break down the information we're being given on the academy level. So this is not me giving you financial advice on what to do with your money. So, and when I show you my broker, I am not affiliated with the broker. This is just the one that I use, okay? I'm also gonna just be showing you the demo account anyway. So good evening, everybody. My name is Bode. I fell in love with, I've always known I was gonna be a teacher. In fact, I have an MBA. I have a master's in business administration. And when I was getting it, I wanted to teach. I wanted to be a professor. And then I realized it didn't have trading money. You know, what I wanted to do, unless you became an associate or something, it didn't make a lot of money and so I decided I didn't want to teach. And it wasn't going to give me the flexibility, but God is good because it's a full circle. Here I am now teaching, being able to pass on information that I'm learning. I'm not the best trader or anything like that, but I love consuming information and sharing it with other people, because what I've noticed is once we start blessing other people with what you know, you get blessed so much. So I'm going to be excusing myself next week. I am not going to be around too much. I'm leaving the country just for a short while. I will be sharing with you the details. So I'm not going to be able to do the Thursday class. I will not. I'm going to ask for Elizabeth, Kara, and Rose to help me out on the 7 o'clock calls, on the 7 and 8 o'clock calls. We'll talk about that. I have to take a quick trip. I will be sharing with you the details. And check me out on the social media, because I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. It's a little vacation, and it's I've been waiting for it for a while. So let's get started. I really wanted to break this down to make it as easy as possible for brand new people that are joining. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try to chart and take a trade. You know, if we find a trade, we'll take a trade. So the first thing that you want to do, make sure you mute yourself. And we're encouraging everybody to have their videos on, only because it kind of creates a different vibe. If you're able to have your video on, please have your video on. So the first thing that you normally do is this. First of all, I think I want to share something else real quick. A lot of people, if you're brand new on this call, the first thing you should be actually doing is downloading your HFX swipes and starting to take trades based on HFX swipes. So if you don't know what HFX swipes is, I really honestly encourage you to check out the information under janiebode.com/trading and download HFX swipes. I want you to do that today before you go to sleep. Why is this important? I want you to start taking trades on your demo account using HFX swipes. That's going to teach you on what to click on and gets you into the habit of starting to take your own trades. That is the easiest way for you to start trading. And one thing I will emphasize, and please listen and hear me out, with when you're taking your trades, even if you're doing them on your demo account, go ahead and start discipline on percentages, how much money you're leveraging, because there's a lot of money to be made in this environment. But the problem people do is they start to disregard risk management. Each trade you should take should only be 2% of your entire account. Okay, 2% of your entire account. You have no business taking, $100 on a $500 account. We don't trade like that. That's called gambling. It's called gambling. So you're only going to be taking 2% of your account. Why do we say 2%? It's because if you have to buy more time, you're adding 30% onto that initial amount. And then now you're actually leveraging quite a bit of money. If you're not sure of a trade, don't take it. Take it in the demo if you kind of want to see what it does. But if it's not obeying the rules, don't be in a rush to lose your money. Don't take a trade to take a trade, unless you just do it in your demo, okay? So one thing I want to show you very quickly is the app. And the older people generation, the veterans here, just bear with me. I just want to show the new people the app. And I want to just show you how you take that trade. It's very simple. You're going to get a trade like this, okay? HFX Swipes is the name of the app. You log in using your Go Live account or the account that you created with IM Academy. You're going to see a trade like this. This is just telling you to take Euro JPY, European Euro versus the Japanese yen. It tells you that the entry point is the entry point is 760. And it's telling you that it's a downtrend, which is a put. Put is also known as bearish. And this also tells you it's 5 minutes. It also tells you it's fixed time on. Okay. So this is the way you should start trading while you're waiting for Cash App to verify you. I'm sorry, when you're waiting for to learn how to take trades on your live account. Okay. I want you to start practicing.
Yeah.
I want you to start practicing. So then how do you take that trade? I'm going to share my screen with you very quickly, and then we're going to get to the meat of this. Okay. The way you're going to take that trade is very simple. Once again, I'm going to share my my broker, but I'm not associated with this broker at all, just for the recording. Okay. So you log into your broker, and then now all you have to do is go to Euro USD. I'm just gonna look for it here. I'm sorry, Euro JPY. You click here. It said 5 minutes. You click here. Okay. You're going to only leverage 2% of your entire account. How do you do that? You take $4,800 times 0.02. Okay. And then now this idea told us that we need to wait for the price to be 760. So you're going to be looking for the price here, especially if you're doing it on your phone. Don't be even bothering with this orange line. Just look here. Once you wait for this to get to 760, all you have to do is to hit the put button. I talked about something last week, but some people were not on last week because you're brand new. If you're looking for a entry that is 760 and the entry is higher than 760 for a put, you can take that trade. The higher the number on a downtrend, which downtrend is a put, the better it is for you. And vice versa. Just write that down. It's going to make a lot of sense later. Okay. That's how you take that trade. It's easy. Just come here, click, 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 and you're done. Any questions on that? Very quickly.
Can you repeat the statement you said about the put if it's higher than 760?
Yeah, the higher the better if you're going to be taking a put. If you're trying to sell something, I'll give you an example. My father was owned a supermarket, right? And for him to sell something from the store, the higher he sold the item, the better profit he made. So if you're trying to sell, which is also known as put, the higher you are, the better it is, right? And when you're buying something, the less price you pay for it, the better it is, right? So when you're trying to buy, when you're trying to hit the call and they say your entry point is 760 and you see 752, take that call. Make sense?
Yeah.
So
awesome.
Just quickly, so here since it's 7.4 for the call, that would be okay to buy at that 7.4?
Yeah. So you see how on the screen I showed you, they gave us the entry point. That's the zones. That's what Faith was saying, zones. They gave us a zone of 760, right?
Uh-huh.
But because it's a put, if we are at 780, if you see 780, if it shoots up to 780, you can take that.
Jenny.
You can take that.
Hey, Jenny.
Yes.
I think she is looking at the profit 7.4 right there.
Oh, okay.
Right here, 7.4. If it's 7.4, or you're supposed to look at that the number.
You're supposed to look at this number, these last three numbers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jane. The last three numbers. Okay.
Can you go back to that swipes thing you had? I want to ask you a question.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if I'm still on. Am I still sharing? No, I'm not. Okay, what's your question?
Okay. So scroll down to the status of it. So that thing that like the status saying active, I was trying to ask on that when I sent the message. I don't know, that was today, yesterday. I was trying to ask. So let's say the idea came maybe now and I didn't see it, or maybe I was asleep, and when I wake up, it still says active. Can that trade still be taken, or it should be taken immediately it comes and it expires?
My question is, what does it say here?
Where?
What's the price?
Oh, that 1,760.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter how many times somebody takes it.
Yeah, as long as it's matching the price.
Oh, okay.
That's all you care, right?
And then Jenny, this okay, sorry to interrupt. Are you
Jane, did I answer your question?
Okay,
yeah, you did.
Okay.
But for the most part, let me finish. So for the most part, honestly, these trades are literally going to expire in a few minutes. I've never, unless somebody else here has had experience, I've never really taken a trade an hour later. And I know here it's confusing when it says active, but I've never taken a trade an hour later. It's usually so close to the time.
Okay.
Yeah. But I can kind of see when you say active, is it really still active, right? Makes sense. Faith, go ahead.
Yeah, so I remember this trade in the morning that came EURJPY, and it was saying put, but everything else was going well apart from the first value was higher than the lower value. So I was querying it, but because they said put, I just tried it. But the way we are checking, the higher value must be lower, must be lower than the other one for it to be a call, and the other one must be a sell. So when I checked on it, all the other things, it was in the zone, it was going to the the RSI, and the other one was at green, but it was saying it's put. So I was like, am I doing the right thing? But I just followed it because they said it put.
Did you take it?
Yeah, I take it and I won.
Okay, so I'll tell you one thing. It's very interesting with trading. Trading has different, I'm going to call them tribes, because a lot of you guys here are most likely from a country that has tribes, right? So, and those tribes, they cook a specific kind of meal. I'm just going to call it ugali, okay, for the sake of demonstration. And if you're not from Kenya, for example, think about it as fufu. So fufu can come in many forms. It's still fufu. It's still ugali, right? Some people cook it with sorghum. Some people they cook it different. So what I'm trying to say here is there's different ways of trading. At the end of the day, you still get the same results. There's different styles. Kevry uses trend strategy. He just looks at the trends up and down, up and down. When you take a trade from Millie Mills and you win, you probably are scratching your head because you're like, it looks nothing like what we look for double blessing strategy. So I can see why Faith is like, wait, the strengths were against each other. I can tell you this though, when the strengths are against each other, you are playing with fire, because that thing could flip on you any minute. But there are some traders that actually trade what we call consolidation. When they trade consolidation, they're looking for those quick movements. But the way we trade with our formula for double blessing, we don't do that. So when you're taking a trade from swipes, it is your responsibility to figure out, do I feel comfortable taking this trade? If you feel comfortable, for me, I take ownership over my own money. At the end of the day, if I click something, I'm clicking it because I know what I'm doing, right? So if you look at a trade, you're like, okay, you still won the trade, right? You didn't understand why the strengths were off. But now it's nice because now you realize that, guess what? The strengths were off. So at the end of the day, for me, I've just chosen one style, and that's what I follow. And it's up to you to decide, should I take a swipe? Do I feel comfortable taking a swipe? And they're never gonna put ideas here that are gonna lead you wrong. Do we win all our trades? No. Okay. But for the most part, you're gonna be successful.
Yeah, that's true, because I tried I tried with, I was like, do I hit the call? Because all the others were green. I was getting the green arrow, but it was still saying put. And I confirmed from the hourglass. And it was still, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And I won. So
Yeah. You should never, if you're gonna take a swipe, you don't make up your own. You don't click the opposite because you click exactly what they're telling you because they've analyzed the market.
Okay, good to know. Okay. So if I'm doing the swipes, I follow it and then don't go following my strategies because I was getting confused, but I just wanted to do it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just suggestion for you to take a trade, right?
Yeah.
So if you decide to take that trade, it's you taking ownership of that trade. For me, if I look at a trade, even if I'm trading with somebody else, and I feel like it's not the Camry method, I'm not gonna take that trade. It doesn't mean it's wrong. People still win a lot of money with other people doing different strategies, right? But for me, I'm taking ownership of my money because it's me. So if I see swipes and I'm like, okay, does it go with Henry? Am I willing to use a consolidation strategy? Trust me, they're all good. That's the reason why they educate us. So, but it's up to you it's up to you to figure out if you want to take that trade. But if you take a trade based on swipes, you gotta click exactly what they're telling you to click because they've analyzed that market to give you that. Alrighty. So we have 8 minutes. We're gonna go really quickly, you guys. So I'm gonna just rely on you to watch this video again. So we talked about swipes. I thought it was very important for us to talk about swipes, especially for brand new people. But let me start by saying this is the way we take trades. And I'm just breaking down exactly what Camry would do. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to pull up Forex Factory. What you're trying to figure out is there any kind of news that I need to be aware of? Okay. And news do affect what's happening with your currency. If you see a red folder, if you see an orange folder, just know that you need to be super cautious with that. You need to be super cautious with that trade. In fact, for me, when I see a red folder, I stay away from that currency as far as I can. In fact, I don't even trade within that hour. I don't. I stay away. So this is the way you do it. And if you're on here for the information session, you're in the wrong session. We start in half an hour. So this is a training that I'm doing for my team. So if you're in here just to find out what trading is, you've come in a little bit early. So that's the first thing you need to look at. Is there news? And the way to do it is you come to Forex Factory. You find out if there's news. What time is it? It's 7:24 right now. So there's not any news right now. You see, we don't have any news right now. So we're good on news. The next thing I usually do for me is I come in here and I look at the currency strength. Like Faith was saying earlier on, she now knows that if let's say, for example, you're doing USD JPY, if you're trying to take a trade for USD JPY and JPY has less bars, you know this is going to be a buy market, which is also known as a call. Okay, so let me see here. 1 second. So if you're doing, let's say, for example, it's odd USD, this one has more bars, so this is going to be a put market. Okay. So any questions on that? How to figure out if this market is a put market or a buy or a call market? Okay. So usually when I'm trading, go ahead. Somebody asked.
I just said, what does that mean when it's like put market or market?
It just means you're gonna click the red button or the green button.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, just that's all it means. And then later on, once you get then you'll understand. Basically, right now you just know that whatever we come up with, if the second currency is less, then we're looking for a buy. So in this case, I write down, and by the way, you don't need to know all this. You do not need to know all this to trade. the trader basically goes through all this for you. But I wanted to break it down for you, that way you have an understanding of what the trader is doing, right? So today we're gonna look at, oh shoot. We're gonna do USD JPY, and we're also gonna look at odd USD. Okay, odd USD, we're looking at it for a put. And USD JPY, we're looking at it for a buy. So we like to use times that we like to take our trades in the designated times. The reason why we like to do that is one reason. Okay, we've noticed that the market behaves a certain way when you take the trades at half hour, 45 minutes after the hour, and the hour mark. So that's when we like to take our trades. Half an hour, 45 minutes, and an hour. So right now I'm gonna look at USD JPY to see if there is a trade I can take. Okay, so I'm gonna open up my hourglass. Hourglass is also known as cash trap. And you can find this under the website, janiebode.com/trading. Okay. So while that's thinking, I'm also gonna, and this is completely advanced. So you don't need to know all this stuff. The trader is gonna be doing all this analysis for you. But for me, I love looking through the trades myself. You know, I'm probably gonna try to take one or two trades today before I go to sleep, because I like to go to sleep with money on my mind. I'm just kidding. So let's just see if we can quickly. Anybody else having a hourglass issue? Not pulling up for you? Just me, huh?
I don't know. It's not updating. It's
not?
It's you.
It's just me? Thanks. I feel good.
Okay, it's back. It's back. Mine had slowed down, but it's back.
Yeah, mine's working right now, and yeah.
Cool. Let's look at USD JPY and see if it's cooking. Okay. Oh man. Okay. So USD JPY about 4 minutes ago, it kind of took off a little bit. For a buy market, this is what we're looking at. And I'm actually gonna pull up my broker real quick. That way I can take this demo trade. And I'm gonna explain why I'm taking that real quick here.
Hey Jenny, could you look at odd USD before you take that trade real quick?
Is it working?
Because I'm wondering if it's preparing for a pullback or something like that.
So odd USD, I would take it for a put, right? So I would expect the bar to be right here, the graph to be right here, facing down. And I would actually expect this to be facing down, but it's cross up. It's supposed to be a cross down. Okay. So yeah, this one would not be a good trade because I want it to be here looking down. But this one is the RSI is in the right area. Okay. Just the stochastic is not. Yeah, so for me, using the strategy that I like, I would not take this one. So let's see USD JPY very quickly and see if this is, it's actually giving us a put. I would love to have had my graph right here, right by the green area, okay? The RSI is perfect. RSI is perfect. If you guys heard Kendry say, the further it is from the gray line, the better it is. If in fact it's above the dotted green line, it's perfection. However, I'm not too sure about this here. It's just kind of too floating over there, you know. Has anybody experienced wins with it looking this way? I just usually take my trades when it's down here, it's touching this. Like I would have taken a trade right here.
Yeah.
But the only thing is RSI is touching my equilibrium. So I'm not taking this trade. I'm usually not in a rush to lose my money though. When you're a newbie, you lose money in the beginning. You become very, very particular on the trades that you take. You know, when I was a newbie, I did lose a few trades because I jumped into the live account. And that's the reason why I always tell people not to jump into the live account. So what are we looking at? We didn't see a good trade at 7:30. So let me just show you something. And if you don't know what the password is for this, is Millionaire Club with a capital M, one word, Millionaire Club. Okay. What are we looking for? Let me show you. What we're looking for is this checklist. This is all we're looking for, the checklist. This checklist. When we're trying to buy, is the base currency stronger than the quote? Okay, meaning that the top, if it's USD JPY, the top currency, is it stronger than the bottom one? Do I have a green arrow? Do I have a green arrow on my trade? Anybody with a green arrow on Hourglass? I don't have a green arrow anymore. Okay. Do I have a green arrow? Usually the arrows are here. Okay. And then is the strike price at the next support zone? Strike price just means this price. This is the price. See this? This is the price. Okay. And all they're saying is, I don't know why it's not showing my support lines and everything. It's not updating well. Let me just try to use this one. This is TradingView. So all they're saying is my price next to a support zone? All that means is these lines here are support zones. These blue ones are support zones. Where am I getting all this information from? All this, how do I know this is support and everything? What I ended up doing is I spent a little bit of time because I wanted to know everything. You don't have to. You can just take HFX swipes and you're good. So I went to im.center, and that's how I know the terminologies. I went under the academies. Yeah. Do you have to know all this stuff to take trades? No. Okay. So yeah, so you don't have to know all these things to take trades. You can definitely do HFX swipes, or you can just wait for the trader to come tell you, but you definitely have access here to all this. What is being traded? Look at this. This is where I knew what support meant. What is the support? Support and resistance. So if you're struggling with trying to figure out the terminologies and you are that kind of a trader that is interested in the details, please take some time and go into im.center. So now the other thing that we need to look for is very simple. Is stochastic and RSI around the green line pointing up? What is stochastic? Stochastic is this line here. Stochastic is this graph here, the top one. This top one. If you notice here, there's another graph right here, and this is RSI. This is RSI, okay? So, and then enter the market at half hour, hourly, and 45 minutes. All that means is 7:30, 7:45, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 8:45, 9 o'clock. Those are the segments. So with that said, let's look for a trade very quickly. We're gonna try to see if we can take a trade at 7:45. Sometimes what I do, honestly, I'm gonna show you the cheat thing I do. And this is just because I'm taking my own trades. You don't have to be at a stage of taking your own trades. I come to Cash Trap and I scan the market very quickly. What I'm looking for is this. I've pulled up my strengths, right? I've pulled up the currency strength. Try and figure out the strengths, right? So I come into Hourglass very quickly and say odd NZD. I see where the graph is. This one is telling me it's a call. Would I take this for a call? No. Why? The bottom currency is higher. So this would be a good put market. I skip that one. I come here to euro odd. I don't have a good relationship with euro odd, so I'm not going to even look at it. But I love euro JPY. Woo! This one is a good one. Euro JPY. The bottom trade, I'm going to take this just to show you guys something. We're kind of a little late. It's 2 minutes in, but I'm still going to take it. We're a little late. It's 2 minutes in. You usually want to take before that 2 minutes. And I just took it. If you were to take it, you would take it at, let's see. The reason why I kind of liked this one was it's a call. It's late. So it's not really a good trade. Honestly, it's late. It's above the gray line. This one actually is kind of facing down a little bit, so it might be very risky. You always want it to cross up. But let me just show you what it's doing. I just took it on my demo. Just to kind of show you. I want to just show you that it's going to win. How did I know it's going to win? You see how it won? We just made money 60 cents. This is why I knew it was going to win. I don't know why I cannot take this thing by itself. How did I know it's going to win? The first thing I look for, did I lose my hourglass? Hold on 1 second, guys. You have too many screens. Kind of annoying. 1 second, you guys. Okay. How did I know that was a good call market? It's risky because I took it mid in the middle. It's because I saw the currency strength agreed with the buy. The bottom number was lower. The RSI was above the gray line by far. This one was kind of facing up. It was risky. And I had a green arrow. But when you see it floating like this, it's good. And we want that trade. Okay. So that I just took a 1 minute trade. Why did I take a 1 minute trade? I took a 1 minute trade because it was late. I got in late. Well, would I tell you guys to do that? No, don't do that. So if we had taken that trade in the right timing, this is what it would have looked like. We would have taken that trade at, I want to say possibly 922. Let's see what Cash Trap was saying. Cash Trap said that, see this support line here? 975. Which usually there's a slight variance. You see that? Change the color. 976. So we would have taken that at, oh, this one says 922. That's 922. That's a big variance. And this is 976. Or was it this one? Oh, I think it was this one. It was an old support. But let's also see, let's just look at our own graph in here in the broker and see where it kind of shot up. This is where this is where it came and shot up. So what is this line here? This is, can't see it. Where did I take it? I took it at 891. So there's a little bit of a variance. You guys noticing that? But we took it late, so 914. Let's find one that we can just take in the beginning. Is that making sense so far? What you're looking for? Anybody confused on that? Also, please just remember, there are zones. it's not a must for you to get the exact. They're usually zones around that area. Okay, let's find one that we can just start from scratch and kind of just see if we can get it from the beginning.
Go USD JPY.
USD
JPY, JPY, Jenny.
USD JPY. Okay, where is it? Since they moved it around. Okay, there you go. Okay. All right. Okay. Shoot. The only thing is the strengths are against us, right? So we may have to wait for it to come around. USD JPY, the strengths are against us because it's saying to do a put. And we know, even though this is saying to do a put, these strengths are not our friends right now. You agree?
What about odd USD right now?
Odd USD. Odd USD. Oh yeah. So what I would do, was that Victor?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Victor, for me, and it might be an overkill, for me, I usually feel safer when
the line is facing down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that too?
Say what?
Have you noticed that too?
Yeah. And that's what I've been waiting to see, because even the RSI is facing up, so
yeah,
that's not a good time for it to break it.
Yeah. So when it's facing up, it still go up. I'm not taking my chances. I am not taking my chances, but definitely let's map out for odd USD. And if you're here for the info session, we have not started the info session. It's going to start at 8 o'clock in literally 15 minutes. Okay. So if you're in early, you're actually on a team training. So if you're going, what are they talking about? It's a team training. Oh, sometimes it's kind of hard to draw these lines. Go back. So if we were to take odd USD, let me just grab this one. You want to take it under there, which is 161. That's what I would do. And let's see if we had a serious previous support. Oh, you know what? The other entries are here. All I'm doing, honestly, I'm cheating. TradingView already gave me the resistance line. All I'm doing is just drawing a line across it. That's all I'm doing, because those are areas that for sure, even Cabra, which is the formula behind these lines, has already drawn for me. So I'm just cheating. So if I can just say that estimated areas are these ones, and why are they many? Because they are zones. This thing is not my friend today. I'm trying to get you here. Okay, those are zones. So usually what I do is I put in those zones and then I put a land zone. Okay, so I'm gonna say, because I'm sending this to my email, I usually write odd, I say put, and then I put the area, and then it sends me a notification on my phone. Okay, usually I like to put my name also, because then I know, was it from Kendry earlier on or was it from Janie? So then now let's watch this. Odd USD. Whew, you guys, this is a good one. It's exactly on time. I might actually even take it right now. Oh, I wish I had my account up. I wish I had my real account up. I would have taken that trade. Odd USD is actually cooking right now. Please do not take it on your demo account right now. Click on put right now.
I think USD is rising though.
Is it rising?
Yeah, USD just got to 47%.
Now I'm going to take it.
50. It just got to
Take
50.
it, take it, take it.
47.
Yeah, I'm going to take USD JPY.
I'm taking odd USD. Odd USD. Odd USD looks good. The currency strengths are really inching to each other, but I'm gonna take it. And I would take it at, but the currency strength is changing on us. I'm taking it at 132. I'm taking it right now. I am taking it on my demo. The only thing is now, if you look here, the currency strengths are killing each other. See how they're inching up? So there is a small chance this is a very risky trade, but it's actually, I wish I'd taken it on my real account. They're making money right now. It's cooking. It's looking so good. It's looking so good. Odd USD is a good trade at 132, 134 zone. However, the currency strength is too close, so it's risky. If you were to take that trade in a real situation, I would only just do 1%. Okay, so let me show you what's happening. Because the currency strengths are so close to each other, this is what it's doing. It's dancing. They're fighting with each other. Is it a good trade based on a resistance?
Even USD JPY was a good one if someone took it.
USD JPY?
Yeah, it was a good one.
Awesome. So this is what's happening.
I took it.
Oh, you took it?
Yeah.
Nice. Did you win?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why was this risky? This was risky because the strengths were killing each other. That's the reason why it's doing that. Can you buy time? Yes, you can. But the problem is now, the strengths are just too close to each other. Technically speaking, it was a good trade. However, now you see, we're just too close. And you see what just happened here? We're still gonna win it, but it was risky. This is the one that you walk away not because you're feeling comfortable, because you're scared to look at your screen. That's what I do. Sometimes I walk away. Did we win the trade? Yes, we did. Was it risky? Yes, it was. But did you see how easy that was? All I did was this. I came over here. Why are my dogs fighting? That was 134. We came over here and we were able to see the support line here. We were able to see this. This was under the gray line. It was under the gray line, and you take the trade. Was it risky? Yes. It was too risky because the numbers are too close. Trading is not hard. Just look at RSI, look at where this thing is, find the entry point by finding the support, look at the currency strength and find, it's actually doing it right now again. But the currency strengths are just too close. You see how easy that is? That's how people win trades. Not hard. We took 2 trades today by just looking at our graphs. Any quick questions? We have about 10 minutes.
Yes, I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I know we already talked about this and we are doing it already. The time that we put in there, the 3 minutes off.
Yeah.
So after you put in the time and the trade is called out or everything is set up and then you take a trade, right? And let's say you lose, but most of the time you win a trade, and then they call out another trade or another zone. Do you just leave the time then keep taking the trades, or do you keep changing the time?
Tell me the last part. Can you
Okay.
repeat the last part?
Yes. So after you've taken a trade and won, right?
Yeah.
Then there's another trade again to be taken.
Yeah.
Do you guys usually go back to the time again and put it in again, or just leave whatever it was there and the only thing now to do is to take the trade as long as everything aligns?
Yeah, so if you're taking another trade and the trader has told you it's 3 minutes, I would reset the time to 3 minutes again.
Say that again?
If you're taking a second trade,
yes,
and the trader tells you the trade needs 3 minutes,
yes,
I would put in 3 minutes.
Okay, afresh, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a new trade, right? That needs time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. A few people won USD, man. Faith won USD. Shiko won USD on demo. Was it USD, Shiko? Leah won USD. Carol won USD. Damn, you guys are doing good. So it's easy. You see how easy that was? You just look at it.
I have a question.
Yeah, of course.
To be honest, all this was really overwhelming to me.
You're new. Even us.
So
Even us was, huh?
What do you recommend? Like, I mean, okay, like I have the demo account and I want to be practicing and stuff like that. What do you recommend? Like, is it just going pretty much to Henry's live sessions and doing that and trying to do the, using the demo account as he's doing it? Pretty much the more I do it and become more familiar with it. Okay.
Yep. The more you do it, the more familiar you get with it. I would use HFX swipes as many times as you can and kind of see, what am I doing? They've given you the trade idea, right? Mm-hmm. Go into your demo, wait for the zone to get there, take your trade. And if you can go into Cambridge's meetings, though, even the ones, the 2 videos I gave you, the 09 and 21st,
yes,
listen to it. In the beginning is foreign. Like right now, I'm learning DCX and I'm going, my head hurts. But the moment you get it, you're like, oh, this stuff is so easy. It's the easiest way we're gonna make money. If we would have taken all of you guys took trades. Elizabeth Gary took AUD USD. You probably took it on your live, right? Because you know how to trade, right? You took it on demo?
Yeah, my demo.
You know, that's all we do. You sit down, you just look at this graph. Marlene, this graph and this graph. And all you have to do is just know the strength and look at where the arrow is facing. Once you do this 10 times, you should be good.
Could you click on GBPR just real quick? I think that'd be a good example to show her on what's actually happening right now.
Oh, shoot, that's another one. Okay. So you see how it's 3 minutes ago? So it's kind of late because it's kind of matured a little bit, but it's really perfect. Perfect trade. Let me tell you why. When you're trying to take a call, which is clicking the green button, call is taking the green button, clicking the green button. You want the graph on stochastics to show a cross up. You see how Victor found that one? Cross up. This is a good trade. Perfect trade. And you also want the stochastic to be above this gray line with
RSI
up, the RSI cross up. See that? It has that hook. Okay? And you also want this bottom number to be lower than the top number. That's it. You put 3 minutes and you're good to go. It is not hard at all, but you almost have to see it over and over and over and over. It's kind of like driving a car. First time you're like, oh shoot.
So
I have 8 seconds left. We need to wait.
Right?
It's 2 seconds left. We need to wait.
If it's, I'm sorry, there's a background noise. Can you say that again, sweetie?
If we have 2 seconds left, we need to wait. Now it's like 4 minutes.
Yeah. You always take the trade on the beginning of the beginning of the candle, meaning that you have to wait for this time to say 0. You cannot take it in the middle. If you take it in the middle, you're putting yourself into a lot of situations.
Yeah. Marlene, so Kenry's 6-point system is going to help you understand again. So once you just watch his videos and even go back, just take your time to go back and watch his videos, you're going to see how he analyzes, how he captures his 6 points that tell him when it's perfect to take a trade. Don't be in a rush, because he advises to have a lot of patience, especially when taking a trade. It doesn't matter if a trade is going to come back later or 1 hour later or 2 hours later, but his 6-point system, for me personally, is what has helped me kind of maneuver through how to get a trade in a perfect trade. Yeah.
Let me ask, Jenny, what did you say about the zero? There's something you said about taking a trade when something you showed on the screen, zero on the hourglass.
It's the time.
Oh,
You're talking
time.
about time. Yes.
Yeah, the time. The time has to be the beginning of the candle. You can't just take it. You can't just take it whenever you want. It has to be the beginning of the candle.
Is the beginning of the candle showing in the hourglass?
Yeah, it shows 0 or less than a minute ago, something like that. Get your hourglass. It's gonna show minutes, right? It's gonna show minutes. So if it shows you 3 minutes ago, you don't want to take that trade.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah, time out. Okay, I get it. Thank you. I was thinking, did you talk about the entry 0 point? And okay.
And then how do you determine how long you should take a trade?
If you're gonna use my formula or Cambridge formula, we only take 3 minutes.
Okay.
We only take 3 minutes. When you start watching, Millie Mills and all those people, you're on your own. I don't. It's just too many strategies. So yeah, just 3 minutes is what we use. If you use our formula, which is the best formula, I'm not gonna lie, then you put yourself in a situation where you win. Alrighty, so we are out of time, but I want to do something very quickly. I know you're wondering why I'm tearing these things down, the papers down. Let me see here. I have written down the names of everybody that had their camera on, and I'm gonna fold this and raffle this for 1 hour free of training with Kenbri. So it pays for you to have your screen on. I want us to create a vibe where people are coming into the meetings and they're having their screen camera. Oh, somebody's about to get 1 hour training with the one and only Kenbri Moore. So I'm folding. I'm putting everybody that had their screens on. And you're about to get a personal training with the #1 HFX trader. Oh my God. Last week, I asked everybody that had their screens on, whoever had their screens on, to send me their message, to send me their email address for Starbucks. I still owe you that. So don't worry, I'm gonna send you Starbucks, and you needed to have responded to me by, I think, the next day to get your. All right, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win in 1 hour? Picking up one. I swear if it's rose, I'm gonna put it back. Oh my God! Marlene! Marlene, you won! You won!
That's good.
You won! Oh my God. I don't know if you can see your name. There you go.
Yes, I can.
Alrighty, Marlene. So what I would do if I were you, I would save up until you've studied the basics.
Okay.
And that way, when he is training you, you are coming in with like difficult questions. That was so fun. That's
yes.
And guess what? If you want, you can invite anybody you want in the group. If you want to do it as a group, you can invite anybody. I know you're brand new. You can make friends that way by telling them, hey, can you show me something? I'm going to invite you into Cambridge's call. I'm just kidding. Otherwise, you guys are awesome. Lucy's like me.
Yeah.
And I'm at work. And why didn't I have my screen? That's why I didn't have my screen on. I don't know who is at work. Honor. It always shows as Honor. Who's Honor? Alice? I don't know. Alrighty, so thank you guys for jumping on. I really hope this is so worth your time on Thursdays. I feel like it breaks it down a little bit more. for everybody. It even helps me like regurgitate all that stuff. Victor, thank you so much for just helping us, look for those trades. Everybody that contributed and looked for trades. This stuff is easy. This stuff is easy. It's easier than punching in and punching out. Just take time and learn it.
Thank you, Jen.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate you guys. Even if you have to sleep less for now, sleep less. And then master it. Once you master it, did you see how easy we made money today? Easy. So other than that, the new call is please send your friends here and invite them into this call, the next call, which is bless another family. We want to forward this to as many people as possible. It's easy money, and I think it's kind of cool to invite your friends to be able to do that. Thank you, you guys. So this is available on YouTube, on my YouTube, if you want to grab it. Thank you, everybody that said something. I love you guys. Have a blessed night.
You too. Bye.